What if the unthinkable happens, and China invades Taiwan? This question, although unsettling, is not without merit. In recent years, the geopolitical tension between China and Taiwan has been intensifying. It's a conflict that's been simmering since the mid-20th century, and the potential for it to boil over into outright war is a grim reality that can't be ignored. The significance of this issue extends far beyond the borders of these two nations. It's a global concern, one that could disrupt the delicate balance of power and peace that currently exists. An invasion of Taiwan by China would not only mean a seismic shift in the Asia-Pacific region's dynamics, but it would also have far-reaching repercussions on the international stage. Washington seems to be preparing for this potential conflict, but how? The answer to that question, my friends, is what we're going to dive into in the coming scenes, so stick around, it's going to be a fascinating journey. The US government is not sitting idle. They are taking calculated steps to prepare. The initial response from Washington has been a mix of diplomatic maneuvers and strategic alliances, designed to prevent conflict and protect the interests of both the United States and Taiwan. In the diplomatic arena, Washington has been working tirelessly behind the scenes. The State Department has been engaging in vigorous discussions with Beijing, emphasizing the importance of peaceful resolution and respect for Taiwan's sovereignty. It's a delicate dance, one that involves a careful balance of power and a deep understanding of the intricate web of international relations. Parallel to these discussions, Washington is also using its influence to galvanize international support. The US is leveraging its strategic partnerships, particularly within the Asia-Pacific region, to rally allies around the shared goal of preventing a conflict. These alliances are not just about military might. They are about showing a united front, about demonstrating to Beijing that an attack on Taiwan would not just be an attack on one nation, but an affront to a collective of nations bound together by shared values and mutual interests. Negotiations are another critical component of Washington's initial response. The US is in constant communication with its allies, fine-tuning strategies, and planning contingencies. These negotiations involve high-stakes chess games where each move is calculated, each decision weighed for its potential impact on the delicate balance of power in the region. But this is not just a game of chess. Lives are at stake. The future of Taiwan hangs in the balance. And while Washington is committed to exhausting every diplomatic avenue, it is also preparing for the possibility that these efforts might not be enough. These preparations are not made lightly, nor are they made in haste. They are the result of careful planning, of meticulous strategy, and of a deep understanding of the realities of modern warfare. They are a clear signal to Beijing and to the world that the US is ready to stand by its allies, to defend its interests, and to uphold the principles of freedom and democracy. But when diplomacy fails, it's time to prepare for potential conflict. Washington is bolstering its military capabilities in the Pacific. A statement that echoes through the halls of the Pentagon and reverberates across the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean. It is not just words, it's a tangible reality. The US is shifting gears, ramping up its military preparedness, and making strategic moves that are hard to ignore. The increase in military drills is a clear sign of this stepped-up preparedness. The US military, in collaboration with its partners, is undertaking a series of complex and challenging exercises. These drills are designed to hone the skills of the troops, test their resilience, and prepare them for a potential conflict scenario. The scale and frequency of these drills are a testament to the seriousness with which Washington is taking the potential threat. In addition to the drills, there's also been a noticeable surge in the deployment of additional troops in the region. The US is not just bolstering its numbers, it's strategically positioning its forces for rapid response. Soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines are being stationed closer to potential hotspots, ready to spring into action at a moment's notice. This troop deployment is a clear message. The US is ready and willing to defend its interests and those of its allies. Yet the preparation doesn't stop there. The US is also strengthening its naval capabilities in the Pacific. With the deployment of advanced warships and state-of-the-art naval weaponry, the US Navy is gearing up for any potential maritime conflict. The presence of these high-tech naval assets provides a formidable deterrent and adds another layer of defense in the Pacific. All these preparations, the increased military drills, the strategic troop deployment, the bolstered naval capabilities, signify a robust military readiness. They underscore Washington's commitment to maintaining peace and stability in the region. Yet as we watch these preparations unfold, a question lingers in the air. The US military is ready to act, but what about its allies? In the Pacific, the US is not alone. This vast expanse of sea and islands is home to formidable allies of Washington, each playing a significant role in the preparation for a potential Chinese invasion of Taiwan. Let's explore these allies: Japan, South Korea, and Australia. First, we have Japan. Its strategic location makes it a crucial player in the Pacific chessboard. Being just a stone's throw away from the Korean Peninsula and China, Japan serves as a forward base of operations for the US. Moreover, Japan's well-equipped self-defense forces are a significant component of the broader defense strategy. Moving to the Korean Peninsula, we find South Korea. A nation with a powerful military and a history of facing threats from its northern neighbor, South Korea is yet another vital ally. Its advanced technology and well-trained military personnel serve as a robust deterrent in the region. It's worth noting that the US and South Korea share a strong bond, cemented by decades of mutual cooperation and shared interests. Finally, we venture down under to Australia. While geographically distant from Taiwan, don't underestimate Australia's strategic importance. Australia is a key intelligence hub and a significant contributor to the region's maritime security. The long-standing US-Australia alliance is a cornerstone of stability and security in the Pacific. These three allies, each with their unique strengths and capabilities, form a triad of support for Washington's preparation efforts. Japan's strategic location, South Korea's technological prowess, and Australia's intelligence capabilities, all these elements come together to create a formidable defense network. In this complex geopolitical puzzle, these allies stand as pillars of strength, ready to support and contribute to the broader strategy. Their role is not just about military might, but also about fostering regional stability and international cooperation. The stage is set, but what does this mean for Taiwan? Taiwan is the center of this geopolitical chess game. This island nation, perched on the edge of the Pacific, has become a fulcrum of international tension and intrigue. Its strategic importance is undeniable. A democratic beacon in a region dominated by autocratic rule, Taiwan is more than its geographical location, it's a symbol of democratic resilience. But why is Taiwan so strategically important? Well, it's all about geography and ideology. Taiwan straddles the line between the East and West, physically and metaphorically. It is the gateway to the Pacific for China and a barrier for the West. If Taiwan were to fall under Chinese control, it would significantly alter the balance of power in the Pacific, providing China with a springboard for further expansion and weakening Western influence in the region. As tensions rise, Taiwan is not just sitting idly by. The island nation is bolstering its own defenses, investing heavily in advanced weaponry, and strengthening its military capabilities. With the support of Washington, Taiwan is preparing itself for a potential conflict. From cyber warfare training to naval exercises, Taiwan is doing everything in its power to ensure that it is ready to defend its sovereignty. Taiwan's government is also rallying its people, nurturing a spirit of resilience and unity. The island's citizens are aware of the looming threat and are prepared to stand up for their freedom. This unity, this collective determination, is Taiwan's secret weapon. Taiwan's role in this geopolitical chess game is not just about military might or strategic location. It's about the values it represents: democracy, freedom, and human rights. These are ideals that resonate with the West, and that's why Washington and its allies are so invested in Taiwan's defense. Taiwan may be a small island, but it carries a big weight in this global power play. As the potential flashpoint in a conflict between superpowers, Taiwan's role is pivotal. It's a symbol of resistance, a beacon of democracy, and a test of the international community's commitment to uphold these ideals. Taiwan stands at the precipice, but it does not stand alone. So, how is Washington preparing for a potential Chinese invasion of Taiwan? We've explored this unsettling question from various angles. We've seen Washington's initial response, marked by diplomatic efforts and strategic military preparation. We've looked at how allies in the Pacific are playing their part, bolstering their defenses and standing in solidarity with Taiwan. We've also delved into Taiwan's role, its own preparations, and the resilience of its people. The potential consequences of a conflict are far-reaching. Beyond the immediate devastation of war, there would be significant geopolitical repercussions. Global trade routes could be disrupted, affecting economies around the world. The balance of power in the Asia-Pacific region would shift dramatically, potentially heralding a new era of international relations. Only time will tell how this geopolitical tension unfolds. Until then, Washington continues to prepare, hoping for peace but ready for conflict.